important lessons that you have learned in your journey and that you apply every day?
For me, advertising is all about storytelling. The story has to be original, has to be made for the brand, not for the owner of the brand.
How do you balance the heritage and legacy between traditional media and the digital era?
So as I said, my generation has seen literally landline se leke, pager se leke, normal Motorola phone which was 16 rupees outgoing and 8 rupees incoming. From a 3-hour movie to a 10-second reel, 2-second thumb stopping campaigns. If in first 2 seconds, if you can attract the mind space of the audience, then he will be able to watch for next 15-20 seconds. Otherwise, he will just scroll and go to the next medium.
How do you define 360-degree branding?
Many people ask me, I want to go only digital way or I want to do only print campaign. Again, print is your generation, hardly anyone reads newspaper. Last 5 years, I have not read any newspaper myself.
How do you see consumer behavior is evolving?
Honestly, for past 5 years post-COVID, the content consumption has changed. I don't remember last when I had gone to a movie theatre to watch a movie. I'll always say, I'll wait for the OTT release.
How do you see AI and data analytics reshaping the strategy of any brand?
There is still 30% positive, 70% negative. So I still see 70% fake things coming to you. And again, it will be very hard for the new generation to believe what is real and what is false.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Fireside Chat, brought to you by the Heart of Creativity, the Department of Media and Communication at MIT-WPU University. We are super excited to host this Fireside Chat with someone who truly lives and breathes in creativity, Mr. Soumendu Kuber. He is a Managing Director at Saket Communication, the brain behind Confluence Brand Solution and a partner at production house Showbox. From building brands and leading bold campaigns to producing top-notch content and mentoring teams, Mr. Kuber is a storyteller, strategist and brand builder. So plug in and get ready. So sir, to begin with, my very first question to you is, how did you come in this profession and what is your journey?
When we were in our 12th, there was always 3 sides, art, science, commerce.
Yeah.
So there was never specialized course meant for advertising. My dad already had that agency. At that time, the agency was just running because he's still a social worker. And then I thought it was more good for me. Post my 12th, I decided to join my advertising because that was always fascinating. You create something every day new. You can tell your story to lack of people in a single day, and that was something was very fascinating since my childhood because I've always seen my dad creating these great stories for political parties, real estate businesses and everything. At that time, honestly, still advertising was very nascent in India. This was 23 years back, when only print media was scaling. Hardly we had any phones and everything. There used to be something called as pager. Probably your generation will not even know what pager was. But how to communicate and communicating it to the larger audience was something fascinating, and that's why I decided to come into the business of advertising.
That's great.
Yeah.
So as you said that you come from a generation where you used to use pagers, right? So how do you balance the heritage and legacy between traditional media and the digital era? And how do you see the advertising landscape today?
So as I said, my generation has seen literally landline se leke, pager se leke, normal Motorola phone which was 16 rupees outgoing and 8 rupees incoming, to now using the best of the smartphones. So we have seen the transition in the advertising world, and it was always still people feel Nokia 3310 was easy to use. But my generation will always feel we need to adapt to the changing world, changing environment, and how you can communicate to the world at the faster pace. So for me, the transition, what we saw from my childhood, I still remember only Sundays there used to be like 2 hours television entertainment shows that used to happen. Uh, that's it, like so from there to now, we have seen like right from movies to your Instagram stories, like from a
Shorts.
3 hour movie to a 10-second reel.
Yeah.
We have been able to adopt it because like we know like what is the generation is more keen on looking at, and I obviously know most of the people sitting in this room can hardly watch a 3 hour movie now. It's all about like thumb stopping. So we have started coming up with a new thought called as 2 second thumb stopping campaigns.
Okay.
If in first 2 seconds, if we can attract the mind space of the audience, then he will be able to watch for next 15-20 seconds. Otherwise, he will just scroll and go to the next medium.
Yeah, you'll lose the audience.
You lose the audience.
Yeah.
So that's where we have started coming up with this concept of 2 second mind space block kind of a thing. So it was very easy because we have seen the transition from no entertainment to now literally we spend almost like an hour watching reels of people. It's waste of time, but at the end of the day, you also gather some great knowledge also about it, at what is happening around the world.
So you have a very vast experience, right? Yeah. So what are few important lessons that you have learned in your journey and that you apply every day?
So honestly, like people now see after 22 years of me into the organization, people see the success stories. They never see the failures.
Yeah.
And when there are failures, like when there are lows, that is the point when you can control your anger, your irritations. Like there are point of time when you literally want to blast at people around, but how to control your anger, how to keep on doing the same thing again and again, and make sure you are the next day you are going to have something really great to work at. I tell this to everyone. My mom is a branch manager at one of the banks. I said it's so boring. You have to go do the same thing every day. Here, when I come to advertising, there is something very new, challenges, new thought process, new briefs, and when you win a pitch, it's the best part. The accolades that you get. Again, out of 10 we convert 2, but to convert 2 you need to do 10 pitches also. Yeah. So again, the failure percentage is still 8. But I always say this 8 is never a waste because those were great ideas. You can tweak it and implement it at some other place also. So as I say, never get angry. There will be a sunrise next day. So just wake up with a new hope, new thing. And I every day come to the organization. I'm into real estate also. It's a very boring business. I hate it. But advertising is something I live for. I literally breathe, eat, sleep. Whenever I go with my wife also, I'm always talking about advertising world, and she gets bored. And whenever we are traveling, we see hoardings, we see campaigns, and we keep on talking only about it. So it is always all about advertising. That's how I eat, sleep, and dream advertising.
That's very nice to hear, because maintaining your cool is one of the most important job when you are a managing director, right?
It's not just managing director. I never call myself as the owner of the organization. I'm still a team player. Yeah. There is a fine in my organization. If someone calls me sir, I charge them 100 rupees. It's a very cool atmosphere because it's a family thing. I spend my time with them more than my own family. We are almost 12, 13, 14 hours together. Yeah. So it's a very personalized atmosphere that we have tried to create. Right. And it should be a very comfortable thing. Then only people will be feeling it's more like a family, and I want to do something for my organization that is their family.
Yeah. So as a leader, I would say.
So you are not going to pay 100 rupees.
So as a leader, you must be handling multiple things.
Roles, yeah.
So how do you foster collaboration with your creative heads, be it your technical team, be it your strategic thinking team? Yeah. And how do you ensure that these all teams align with the client's business strategy itself?
Honestly, it's a very tough question to answer, because every person who comes to your organization comes with lot of anger, happiness, different mind space, cultures, and everyone comes together to perform for the agency. Syncing them will be toughest job. So I don't get into these quarrels or whatever happens. I let them do mistakes, because that's what I've been told by my dad also. You do mistakes, you will learn from your mistakes. If you start we are all adults now, and if I start bossing or even when our teachers tell us something most of the times we will not listen. With my generation or your generation, it's the same thing. We normally don't listen to our parents also. And I was that kind of a person. मैं मेरी mom का कभी सुनता नहीं था, मेरे dad का सुनता नहीं था. Then I realized at the end of the day, boss, if I have to perform well, I have to be letting people do their mistakes. For smallest of the things, I tell them you solve on your own. If only there is fire fighting situation, I will come with a ceasefire. That's it. Otherwise, brief is given, deadlines are matched. If deadlines are not matched, people have to wait and get the things done. So I don't get into nitty-gritties anymore at all. And I've divided the work and I've got leadership team. So I don't talk to the end person, but if my office boy also comes with a thought process, I will listen it very carefully, because for me, when I'm doing a campaign, he is also one of the target buyers for me. So listening to everyone, telling them I can show the road. At the end of the day, they have to walk that path.
That's great. In this continuously evolving era, how do you define 360-degree branding in the multi-platformed ecosystem? And how do you see AI and data analytics reshaping the strategy of any brand?
So, कभी आप होटल में जाते हो खाने के लिए, do you just order only butter chicken? No. Right? You will order for starters, you will order for roti, you will want to have some desserts, you will want to have the papad also, and then the finger bowl. It's a holistic thing. Many people these days feel brands are created digitally, which is completely fake, false. I think someone your Ori is being created by digital space, but for me, if you want to create a brand, it has to be a 360-degree approach. Without achar, khana pura hota nahi hai.
Exactly.
So it's the entire. Many people ask me I want to go only digital way, or I want to do only print campaign. Again, print is your generation, hardly anyone reads newspaper. Last 5 years, I have not read any newspaper myself. Many a times, these Times of India people come to my office, ask me have you seen the innovative ad? And I said I've stopped reading because it's all negative news which comes to your front page. But yes, there is a set of audience who loves to read Saket, Times of India, Hindustan Times, and all these papers. So it's a mix of everything. It cannot be just outdoor, it cannot be just celebrities, it cannot be just influencers. Any campaign, if it has to become a successful campaign, client has to be bombarded from 360-degree approach. And for me, as I said, you cannot just order one stuff. You need to have the holistic approach. Then only your campaign becomes successful. So 360-degree approach is the must. Honestly, AI more than it is making my organization leaner. I fear it because a lot of people are losing their jobs because 10 लोगों का काम अगर 4 लोगों में हो रहा है तो 6 लोग करेंगे क्या? So I have started adopting AI, but I'm making sure I don't remove any people. Scarier part about AI is I don't believe anything these days. Any video that comes to me, any content that comes to me, I feel first of all, is it AI? Now on AI, more than usefulness, I still see 70% fake things coming to you. And again, it will be very hard for the new generation to believe what is real and what is false. So I have a 10-year-old daughter. I fear when she grows up, the AI thing will be so going forward and people will misuse it. So I fear that a lot, personally. It is making my life easy for sure. It is helping me devise strategies. But again, there is still 30% positive, 70% negative. So you have to use it very wisely.
So as you said that you have to get everything on the plate, not just the butter chicken, right? Before that, people used to pick one thing, right? But now in past few years, how do you see consumer behavior is evolving? What difference are you observing?
So honestly, for past 5 years post-COVID, the content consumption has changed. I don't remember last when I had gone to a movie theater to watch a movie. I'll always say I'll wait for the OTT release. It's not very important that I have to go and watch the first day first show. I still remember 2000, I had gone Dil Chahta Hai, I watched first day first show from the first row, buying ticket in black. First row, literally, I was looking, Amir Khan was on my face, but now I literally say like, I will wait, like, let it come on OTT and I'll see when the OTT release is happening. Even if it's after 3 months, I will wait for it. Like, I hardly see how many people are in the room again, like, really go to theaters to watch the movie. So data consumption has become a different thing. For entertainment, reels are there. Like, I've seen people spending 8-9 hours weekly report that comes on your phone.
Yeah.
Spending 8 to 9 hours on phone, I think it's waste of time. Again, you are taking a lot of fake news, fake data, and that's all how it's all going to be like. So data consumption is going to be a challenge going forward.
About the time awareness that people have, as you said, nobody watches 3 hours movie right now.
Yeah.
The time people are spending for the entertainment, it's very subjective, I feel. Ki people are not interested in
100%
spending a lot of time just for the
Agreed.
entertainment,
Yeah.
rather than they would spend it in bits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the day before, I was watching Wimbledon on television, the finals, and I was watching cricket match on phone. So like I was watching two things simultaneously. Either ball गिर गया तो उधर देख रहा था. But again, like Wimbledon is watched by 53 lakh people across the country, and 48 crore people are watching India Test match with England.
Yeah.
So again, see the kind of craze for cricket is also.
Yeah. So coming to the campaigns,
Yeah.
what are some incidents that you find funny right now, but those were challenges you faced back then, and what would you like to share?
So no, I honestly, so we have cracked some of the best of the campaigns, and some of the times clients have come up with some comedy thought process also. Like, I'll not name the builder. I still remember I had created a client logo called Infinity, and Infinity का symbol डाल के मैंने ही दिया था logo उसको. कल पूजा थी तो मैंने ही करके दिया logo. He approves it, everything goes for print file, and like after half an hour he calls, अरे वो ऊपर जो आर्ट है वो आड़ा क्यों डाला है? He doesn't know even the Infinity logo or symbol is like the 8. मैंने नहीं वो गिर गया बोला बोले. So अभी क्या करेंगे इसे? So you will come across some funny incidences, but like so we have cracked some of the best campaigns working for jewelers, like cracking Vidya Balan campaign to a Priyanka Chopra campaign for real estate. Again, when you crack such campaigns, like the visibility that you get as an agency who has done it, that has been the way my agency has been able to grow. So I always say, like, I'm an advertising agency and I don't do my own advertising. It is the relationships that has built the organization to where it has been.
Sir, according to you, where do you see advertising landscape in next 5 years, in especially 2-tier or 3-tier cities?
2-tier, 3-tier is a very different market ball game. I'm seeing mad reels, like some things which you will not even imagine. वो इतना danger content निकाल रहे हैं, and again in 2-tier, 3-tier cities, I feel like movies like Animal are becoming more like a rage kind of a thing, and people want to live that life.
Yeah.
Again, I feel it's a scarier thing. But anyways, like 2-tier, 3-tier में जो data अभी तुम्हारे पास आ रहा है, like things like Blinkits and your Zeptos. If you know, like the Zepto valuation right now is at like 36,000 crores. His father has a business for like 30 years. Their turnover is 200 crores and they are at 36,000 crores. So the amount of data that they have, and data is going to be the king, it can literally change the mind perception of how and what you should buy. Yeah. And that is what people are like, again, use it for good and use it for bad also. But yeah, data is going to be the king going forward. It can literally make your brands think how they should position their brand. So if you know, Glucose has done a campaign recently about having only 5 biscuits in one pack. So the survey was done that in every small town, the breakfast for the kids is a glucose biscuit. इनका पास पैसा भी नहीं है इतना. तो then that's why they said कि भाइयों में झगड़ा होने से अच्छा है हर एक को 5 बिस्किट का बना के. So again, this was a data driven thing which was done, and then they launched this sachets and mini versions of glucose biscuit. And literally I've gone to recently to tier 3, tier 2 cities. they only eat glucose biscuit as their everyday breakfast. You cannot even imagine how backward they are, unfortunately.
So my next question to you is how things work actually in Saket communication, and could you give us some insights about the company itself?
Okay. So as I said, the company is 40-year-old.
Yeah.
The process are very simple. We take the briefs, make sure the briefs are written in a typical format, and there is a brainstorming session that happens. Probably it will take only 3-4 hours to convert a campaign, but if the brief is not clear and what the client exactly wants, most of the times clients want campaign to be approved by them, but we always tell them it's not that you are my target buyer. At the end of the day, the person who is going to buy your product, maybe it's FMCG, maybe it's a real estate. At the end of the day, I'm going to sell the product to your buyer, not to you. So आपका ego massaging करने के लिए मैं यहाँ बैठा नहीं हूँ. I will be designing campaigns for the target audience. So we follow the process of writing the briefs. Then if there is a requirement of any celebrity to tell that messaging to the audience, because unfortunately that works the best. अगर विराट कोहली कल को कोई कुछ बताएगा तो most of the people will trust it. So we see if there is a fit for that, and we believe in storytelling. So for me, advertising is all about storytelling. The story has to be original, has to be made for the brand, not for the owner of the brand. And then we use the same messaging to be used for influencers, for digital campaigns, and your print, outdoor, and electronic television campaigns also. And how to create relatable stories is what we keep on doing. And then we have got verticals at there is a digital head, there is a marketing head, and then there is a creative head. Then there is someone called as a CEO who makes the alignment of all the work, and then it is first getting things approved on the scratch level from the client, and then taking it for the executional part.
So while creating a campaign for a company, how do you see their competitors and your competitors as well?
Yeah. So honestly, I don't care about what my competitors are doing. I will just see what the client is, what all are the competitors, and how can we be the differentiator of what story that they have to build. Again, as I said, the story has to be original, meant for that product. It cannot be हवा में कुछ नहीं हो सकता है. I've seen unfortunately builder बोलते हैं तो लोगों के आजकल दिमाग में आता है कि ये तो चोर है. That's a general perception. But again, you have to create a story. Unfortunately, whenever I see a real estate campaign, they say trust, transparency, ethics. I seriously feel all three words don't match their business, but because no one is, so we tell them what is the best fit for you, and working with a lot of brands, then it becomes very easy to find the unique selling proposition for them, and focusing only on their positives. Negatives to सब brand में रहते ही है. Even if you take a Rahul Gandhi, he will have 10 negatives. I'll just focus on maybe just the 2 positives.
Yeah.
So you need to tell the real story about the brand.
Can you share a campaign which you find very interesting and which was made from scratch in your company?
So recently we did a campaign with MS Dhoni. It was for an antivirus company. They approached us and they wanted to create a global presence. And basically India is their market. And again, as I said, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 में उनका market ज़्यादा था. So who better than, as I literally mentioned, कि जो क्रिकेट का फॉलोइंग है इंडिया में आज, probably he was Mr. Captain Cool, and antivirus का काम भी वही है, he again Dhoni was called as the safest pair of hands behind the wicket. So how you create the brand values with the USP of the product and USP of MS Dhoni. So we created the safest pair of hands is what my brand stands for, and then we created the whole campaign using Dhoni कि उसके हाथ से कभी कुछ छूटेगा नहीं. So if your system is getting attacked, don't worry, we are there with you. And that campaign was literally, there were 15 agencies who were pitching that client. And we, just because of that thought of Mr. Dhoni, they literally signed us across the table. So that campaign got us a lot of accolades also. And we have pitched in for some award-winning concepts across the country also, and to have shown positive response for that.
While making campaigns, right? So you work in very vast sectors, say for example, automotive or as antivirus you said. So how do you manage creating different strategies for different segments in the market?
Honestly, there is nothing, it's advertising, it's a thumb rule. Again, you need to understand the unique selling proposition of that product first. Then it can be any sector. It can be your pharma, it can be your FMCG, it can be car. We call Tesla launch, Tesla doesn't need branding. Has to be Mr. Devendra Fadnavis opening the first store at Bandra, and literally there is a waiting for next 6 months to buy a car. So it's all about how you create the experience to sell the product.
But sir, then how do you manage the brand reputation over the platforms? Now, for example, as you said, real estate. But when we watch a real estate ad on Instagram, for example, people may not take it very seriously. But when it comes in a print media, people start taking it seriously. So how do you manage that?
Honestly, if you see an ad on any platform, people will still consume the data.
Yeah.
How you sell the unique selling proposition? अभी जैसे अभी इधर करीना कपूर का होर्डिंग लगा है, if you have seen in your area, of Brahma Corp doing a project, and they are saying Kothurud. Now we know it's Buga, but again, what kind of amenities, facilities that they are supplying there, that matters the most. So people are buying that product for the amenities. We were a part of that campaign. That's why I'm telling you, we are selling the experience. We are not selling the product. कि what experience, रोज अब हिंजवड़ी से आते हो, you need to detach from your everyday's chaotic thing. So you need to create the unique selling proposition of the product. आजकल पूना में honestly कोई भी builder आके उठ रहा है और घर बेच भी रहा है, but again you need to create that USP of the product and sell it to the audience. So you see it on digital, you see it on print. ऐसा नहीं है कि print में रहेगा तो ही भरोसा रहेगा. Even on digital also people are buying. And right now in real estate, for your kind information, right now brokers जो है, channel partners, agents जो रहते हैं, ये 80% market rule कर रहे हैं. So it's not only depending on the advertisement. Recently my cousin bought a flat through a broker. I said, what happened? Why did you bought? I know most of the builders, you should have come to me. I would have taken you to the best one. नहीं यार, love at first sight हो गया, वो प्रोडक्ट देखा, मेरे को अच्छा लगा, मैंने ले लिया. So they believe more on these channel partners these days. Advertising is just to create कि यार ये प्रोडक्ट है, और वो करीना कपूर की वजह से और थोड़ा ऊपर जा रहा है कि करीना ने किया है, यानी उससे ये बिल्डर ट्रस्टवर्दी है. So I just met Mr. Gera, Rohit Gera, who has taken Amitabh Bachchan as a brand face. I told him Gera is already a big name who has been in the business for so long. What was the reason for you to take Amitabh Bachchan as a brand face? He said just to increase the trustworthiness, because people who have come from outside, just like all of you must not be only from Pune. You have come from different states, different cities. तो आपको ट्रस्ट किस पे होगा? अरे वो गेरा का अमिताभ बच्चन है, यानी वो बड़ा बिल्डर लगता है. तो अब my trust factor will increase on that person. So I see him on hoardings, I see him on social media, I see him on thing. But my broker will take the decision. But while he's taking the decision, I'm sure गेरा रहेगा तो वो बड़ा है, वो मेरे को फंसाएगा नहीं basically. For that, any medium outreach is a good outreach, because you, me, everyone, whenever you are traveling in the car, our 80% attention is still on phone. We don't see hoardings. We'll see the ad on phone, and probably we'll get connected to it.
Coming to the end of this podcast, what advice would you like to give to aspiring professionals, and what principle would you like to share with them? And also, while hiring people, what kind of professionals are you seeking for?
So honestly, I'll answer your last question first. I don't see any resumes ever in my life, because I don't have a strong resume myself. I just was a 12th pass who joined my own business. I just see the passion of the person and the purpose why he wants to do advertising. As I said, I have got people from engineering, architect, dropouts coming to my organization for work. I have someone working in my organization for last 32 years who was a 12th fail and still working with me as the IT guy and probably he is the best person. So I don't see any resumes ever, because these days, because of ChatGPT, the resumes are really fancy. Most of the resumes are fake. Literally, I've seen people create fake stuff. Someone had come to my organization, said that person has already worked in my organization, and I was like, no, what? Like, I'm sitting as a MD in front of you. Then वो मैंने दूसरी एजेंसी के लिए resume बनाया था. So like people are literally faking out their things. So I never see any resumes. I see the passion of the person. And to the next generation, like, or the new professionals who want to come, be true to yourself. Do your business or do your things ethically. Dream beyond your imagination. Then only you can succeed in your career. For me, the mantra has been like, ethics is the key. Like, आप कितना भी बड़ा building बनाओ, if the foundation is not good, one day or the other the building will collapse.
Yeah.
So ethics is the key. Dream, dare, determine. Discipline is the key for everyone. Like, as I said, like, I've every day been to my organization at 10 a.m. I go to the organization, like, even if there are failures, I'll still go. Except if I have gone wrong, I have got no shame in saying sorry to my office boy also if I have been wrong, or even to my clients. Like, there have been failures or there have been mistakes from my team. As a leader, I have to say sorry to the client first. Accept your things which have gone wrong. 80% of the clients will just let it go if you have accepted it. If you want to fight, then the court doors are still open. So I say be true to yourself, and अगर अंदर से सॉरी निकलता है या जिंदगी ना मिलेगी दोबारा में डालोगे ना, जब यहाँ से सॉरी निकलेगा तो बताना. तो वैसे ही आप अपने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन या करियर में करो. Even with your colleagues, like, there are so many times there are a lot of fights in my organization. I just say, like, you have to sit next to each other. Just accept whose fault it was. मैं किसी को फायर नहीं करने वाला, but be original and be ethical. Write the briefs. Don't use chat GPTs, because chat GPTs will again give you half-hearted things. When you start writing with your hand, यहाँ पे बैठ जाता है.
Right. Yeah. So as we wrap up this conversation with Mr. Soumendu Kuber, we have journeyed through evolving landscape of advertisement. We have learned that ethics is the key. Your foundation should be very strong, and you should be true to yourself, is what he is teaching us, he is sharing with us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us here. If you like this content, please like, share and subscribe to our channel.